Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Taproom is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Taproom at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times.
This is not even for the money. It's not for the prize. Who cares about the finals? They just want to beat the other guy here.
I think everyone said that even last season. They want the belts. They want the pride of being the guy that won it. They don't. The money is, yeah, good. Everyone wants money. They're not going to turn it down. But the pride of winning this such a high-level league like this, you can't beat the pride. Can't beat the bragging rights.
And again, Mark Rudge will await the winner of this game, and we are underway. The Emperor leading off with something that's not so spectacular, only finding 43.
So can Joe step up? And, yeah, I don't know if there was some confusion there, but it looks like Joe's going to step up. Also a little wide, so nerves on that first visit from both these guys. And it's the same thing we've saw with most of these matches tonight. The first visit is not quite where you want to be.
And sometimes it does take a couple rounds for these guys to settle in. I mean, we've seen this all season where, okay, if you've been playing, fantastic out of the gate, it's almost like an oddity. It really does take a couple throws to get the arms warmed up. Tom is certainly displaying that right here with that 95.
Yeah, so we're going to see if these guys will, once these guys get going, what level, what standard they can bring up. And he does find a triple with that one. So a big 140 from Joe. And that's a good start.
I feel like the sky's the limit with the standard for both of these guys. I mean, the game that they have in them is just so high. I mean, these guys can rip off 100-plus average legs like it's nothing. It's been frightening to watch these guys, especially in the finals, because that's where we usually see these guys playing each other in the finals every night.
I mean, the only time they're going to feel comfortable is throwing a 12-dart leg. If you're not throwing a 12-dart leg, you might lose it. That's how good these guys are. And he's just missing on that trip 20, but still 3 good darts.
Tom Curtin taking up, sighting his dart, wants to try and make the correction, can't quite grab it with that second dart. Third dart might go in there, does find it. Again, Tom Curtin displaying that he so very rarely walks away from the Aki without finding at least one treble.
And it's all the adjustments. It's all being able to change and say, hey, this is where this one went. And it's all minute. It's all in your head. You're not sitting there thinking, oh, I got to adjust this, I got to adjust that. It's you mentally do it. And he's just so good at it.
It really is an art in itself, and all the years of experience playing high-level competitive darts for Tom Curtin, it really does show, and he's been displaying his absolute firepower for week after week, and that's a solid 180 to really get the fire burning here in Joe Ricard.
Joe Ricard's now just got to hit some big numbers just to put pressure on, and it looks like he's got 80 there. 81 scored is not going to be a ton of pressure. Will be on a finish, but Tom singled the double here.
Finds the Big Ten, going across to double 16. Should be light work for Tom Curtin. He thought that was in, and I did too. Double 8 needed. Oh, my goodness. He was, if you're in the vicinity, duck.
Lucky we don't have a scorekeeper standing there.
Yeah, he would have been impaled by a dart there. Poor Tom not able to find it with the third, but now.
1-3-4 for Joe, and he's going to be just high, so Tom Curtin will come back for this 16. How handy can Joe leave it? 54 for tops. Does find it. So a good setup to put a little bit of pressure on Tom, who hasn't been missing a lot of doubles today.
Double 8 needed. Well outside again, so needs to try and lock this in. 2 outside. Big correction needed, and he can't find the correction, so double trouble for Tom Curtin.
And this is a problem, because this has been his strong point today. He's been not missing. He was like 80% on doubles in that first match, so he's given Joe chances here. And he finds tops with the second dart, and Joe breaks the leg to start this match.
Wow, that's a critical break and throw here for Joe. And again, double 20 is proving to be still lethal for Joe Ricard, who's just made a home for double 20 the entire season.
That first dart just sat right above the double and used it as a perfect marker to just guide it right in.
And Joe's darts, when he has his throw, it has a really nice arc where if he does place that dart a little high, he can almost use that second dart as a ramp and skate it in.
It's what a lot of good players do. They let that dart sit up and they use it as a backboard.
Mark Rudge saying in the chat that he can't wait for the finals. Well, no duh. Dude, you're in the finals. Of course you can't wait. Of course, I'm looking over. I can see you laughing and smiling. What a handsome guy over there, my
Joe
goodness.
in the treble again. Again he is. Oh, and he's just wide, but his 2 treble visit for Joe is big.
Solid 1-2-5 from Mr. Ricard there. Tom Curtin not off to a great start in this leg. Good correction on that second dart, but needs to have another one, and he finds another one, the big one.
Just not the scoring power that we see out of Tom Curtin. So Joe with a huge chance to hold his leg here. Hold his throw. The question is, can Tom find an answer?
I mean, I'll hold your leg if you want me to.
Hey, listen, we might have the camera on right now. Let's keep it cool.
Let's keep it on the board cam here. Tom Curtin finding 2 big darts in there. Can he fill it up? Oh, he goes just high on that third dart for a big 140. So close.
This is an important visit for Joe. 2-3-3, I like going downstairs because you can throw 7-19s, is a 133, leaves 100. It looks like he's going to have 23 scored.
Oof.
42 scored, it looks like. If that's a 3, it is.
Yeah, he did not look happy with that final dart.
No,
now Tom Curtin, opportunity now for him to claw back some ground here. Certainly needs it, but needs to find at least a big treble here to save this visit. And I don't think he gets it done. So frustration now for Tom, who has been out these past 2 weeks. Joe, big opportunity here.
6 darts from 191. First one's got to be a good setup. He doesn't want to leave himself a big finish. He needs a treble. And he goes low. Doesn't able to find it. And he goes wide, too, with a 45. Does leave a finish, but that's not what you want to leave with Tom Curtin coming up.
196 remaining, and that first dart's going to do a lot of damage on that score. Wants to, but still, the 96 is a heck of a lot better than 146.
Yeah, 2-dart finish for Tom Curtin. You got to expect him to take it. When you're in this division of play, that's what it does. So there's the 80 scored, 66 left. He goes for the trip 10, hits, looks like a single 6. Still the right dart.
Yeah, not a bad third dart, all things considered. 60 left, but Tom Curtin, 2-dart combo here, 76 remaining, finds that second dart, so double 8 now for the Emperor, and he pulls it inside. He can't believe it. By millimeters, he missed that dart. Wow.
And again, the doubles just missing for Tom. That can't be a recurring thing for him if he wants to win it. And can Joe punish with a double 10? Looks like he's just outside. So Tom is let off the hook.
And I think that second dart fooled Joe. Tom is not going to be one to let him go here. Wants to find this double 4 if he can. Just outside by a millimeter. Needs to bring it in. And I think he goes outside. Look how frustrated he's getting.
And the frustration is setting in. But now Joe has to take advantage. You don't get that many visits. And there it is. 1 dart from Joe Ricard. Takes advantage of the chances given.
And we've seen some double trouble from Joe this season, where if he doesn't nail that double 20, we've seen him round the houses here and struggle to find his bed, you know?
Absolutely. That's why I was saying that was the advantage that I think Tom had going in. His doubles were just so good, and it looks like he's just wide of filling it up.
That would have been a spectacular 180 to lead off there, but only able to find the 1-2-3. Joe Ricard now needs to find something big here if he wants to, well, close out this set in a little bit of a hurry. Going downstairs, finds that big trip 19. Great third dart from Joe to save that visit.
And yeah, we just got to see Tom hit those doubles. That's the advantage that he's had. He looked so good in the last set, but he's not able to find him here. The scoring has been good enough from Tom. He just needs to be able to finish out, close it all out. In a 95, that's going to be a good visit.
I just realized in the chat there is a chat member called Marty's Ladies. And I have to shout them out, whoever they might be. That is really funny.
And as you're shouting them out, it looks like Joe fires in a 180, or is it a 135? It is the big 180.
Big 180 there from Joe Ricard. Great darts. I'm getting distracted by the fan club in the chat. My goodness. I'm all blushing now.
And Tom answering back with a treble of his own, a 2 treble visit of his own.
Wow.
Saying, I'm not out of this.
So the standard of play from both guys is starting to rise. They're starting to rise to the challenge.
I think the nerves start to go away.
Well, I think at some point you just start to realize I can't waste time being nervous. I got to start racking up points. And Joe Ricard doing that right now. Looks like he only finds 81. Does. So in range, but Tom, first in and out.
Yeah, and you sometimes you just got to let your instincts take over. You can't be so mechanical with everything and overthink every single possibility. And that can happen to these guys. Oh, only a 47 from Tom Curtin. Will leave a 2-dart finish.
Low percentage shot now for Joe Ricard, the 158, and that first dart is way elevated. So second dart's in there, 80 scored. decides to keep it straight and find the ton. So 58 remaining for Joe Ricard versus the 96 for Tom.
I'm all right with that. I might have liked to go see the trip 18 to leave double 12. It also would have left you 60 instead. But 22 scored for Tom is not the visit he's looking for.
And Tom, who's usually so good, sub 100, is struggling a little bit here in this game.
And now it's not just the outs, it's the approaches.
Joe Ricard finds that 18 right on the wire, and he nails the double 20. So a little bit of a scare with that first dart, but he's able to lock it in that second dart. And now we have the opening set going the way of Joe Ricard. Tom Curtin not really showing us his best stuff in that opening set.
Balboni Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Balboni Darts is the store that the champion selects.
And again, this is huge. This is Joe's set to throw. So now he's just got to hold his throw 3 times. And he'll be able to take this home, but he's got to do better than that. Can he find the treble? He can't do it. 60's not bad, but it might not be good enough.
So for everybody who's in the chat right now who has been participating in our poll, we are going to end it here after the first set is done so nobody can change their votes last minute. But Tom Curtin really struggling to find the play, the standard that he's had all season.
And just wide with that first start. Can Joe center? That's going to be a tough one. He might move. He does move downstairs for the
That's
big.
A great third
yeah,
dart.
Big 82 there. He was so blocked. When your dart goes low, you can't try to force it through. And we were actually talking about that earlier, that he likes to try to force the dart through. And
it's mature.
He's making some adjustments.
It's a mature third dart, and Tom Curtin able to find the big 135, I think.
Yes, sir.
Nice, solid visit there from Tom, putting on some big pressure on Joe Ricard. 3.59 remaining for Joe, who's looking to keep it straight. Second dart gets a little lost in the woods, and the third dart not able to find anything valuable. So Tom Curtin now 306.
Now big chance. Got to find some big trebles here. Got to put pressure on. Got to make Joe nervous, especially to start this set off. If you could start it off with a break of throw, that'd be huge. But 59, you feel like it's not enough.
And you said earlier that Tom Curtin, who just got back from playing internationally, guy doesn't get nervous very often. I feel like you have to be nervous when Joe is putting this much pressure on you, visit after visit.
Well, when you get swept in the first set, I mean, you can't feel good. There's no feeling good when you get 3-0'd and have to come back, claw your way. But if there's anyone that can do it, it's
the
our
Emperor.
Season 2 champion.
The Emperor, Tom Curtin, who does find that third dart. Both guys averaging rather similarly in 76 average right now for both guys. And Joe Ricard lining up this visit here, 273 remaining. Wants to get in range to put some pressure on Tom, and it looks like he's going to get that done. Finds the big 2 darts in there, so a great visit from Joe.
134 is going to put pressure on that 152. And wide dart is going to immediately ruin those chances of taking that out. He needs a triple just to salvage this visit.
Oh,
not the
wrong.
triple he wanted.
Wrong triple. I mean, that's a great dart, 777s if you're in Vegas, but not if you're here at the WPL studio tonight. And now Joe Ricard eyeballing the 139. The first dart is going to ruin the combo, so can only look to leave himself something worthwhile here. And that is the worst time for a cup of coffee and some bacon and eggs. That's horrible.
The breakfast is not what he wanted. With the Emperor sitting on 110, he's going to have 50 left. He will split. It'll go 20. He will have double 15.
Oh.
And he's just outside. A little bit of a slip into the double just to prove he can hit him.
I think that caught Tom by surprise big time.
Did.
I don't think he was expecting that to slip into that double 10
so
at
now
all.
To steal this leg, trip 19. And he doesn't find it, so Tom Curtin coming back for that 30 that he left. A good leave for Joe in case Tom can't clean this up, which he has had double trouble all night.
I think Tom splits here. No, he's going straight at the double 15, eyeballing it. And again, that's the risk that you run. You can see the frustration, the grimace on the face. He knew that was the opportunity, and it's gone.
And I like busting it there better than anything else. I'd almost go 10 double 10 if I was him, but Joe is in for a 15. Should bust his score here, and he does.
Wow, tough darts from both guys in the back half of this leg here. Tom eyeballing double 15, and second time around, he doesn't mess around. He locks it in, locks it down, and Tom is one leg up on this second set, but that was still a nervy leg right there at the very end.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with taking that one. He's going to be grateful he took it, but he was given more opportunities than you would think he would get.
And that's really kind of the, I don't want to say curse, but that's kind of the thing that happens in high-level darts is some legs you just don't feel happy about. You just feel kind of gross about taking those legs, but a win's a win.
You've got to win the legs that you're not feeling your best in. You've got to be able to power through and just win them, even if you don't feel great. So can Joe, he will find a 60, which is better than Tom's opening, but not the level these guys have been playing. So
still plenty of time here for Tom, and that first dart is money. Wants to try and follow it. Second dart might have been pushed out from the flight, even from the way that flew in. The third dart will just sit above that wire, so 85 found for Tom. Can Joe Ricard keep this going?
And it looks like he's going to try to keep him straight here. Doesn't find the trip with that one, but sets up a good marker, but it goes wide. And so big chance for Tom Curtin here.
I actually thought that was breakfast from the way that those flights landed in there. So I'm happy it was 41, but Tom is going to look to punish that poor visit from Joe Ricard. If he can find another one, can't do it, but a ton is still a good punish regardless.
He's going to be in a good spot in this leg. Joe's going to have to just try to claw his way back. He's going to need a 2 triple visit just to catch up. And this one has to go from him. Doesn't look like it does. It looks like it's just high. That one might have caught. What do we have? Oh, it's only 60.
So opportunity now for Tom Curtin, 271. He can really put the hurt on, but instead, friendly fire here. That single one, triple one. So doesn't want to, yeah, if I was in that situation, I would go downstairs too. First 2 darts are a little shaky. I'm moving every time.
So the little bit of lack of consistency from Curtin here is opening the door a couple times. So Joe, but he's not taking advantage, and that's the big deal. So Tom has still got to feel pretty comfortable in this leg.
I mean, it doesn't help if the door's open and you trip and fall on the first step. I mean, you have to be able to at least walk through the doorway. But Tom Curtin, again, that first dart, the line is so good. Second dart is not able to follow, but still chasing the line. He's not finding the consistent ton plus. Oh, excuse me. He does find the ton 40 there. But that's the critical point about that first dart, finding the line.
Yeah, and Joe is finally leading out with that ton, hopefully. And he finds the 140.
Wow.
But is not going to leave a finish. That's the problem here. 159 left.
It's a killer there for Joe Ricard, and Tom Curtin looking to try and lock in that triple. I don't think he finds it. Finds the 777.
Should go trip 20 here. 68 left.
40 scored here for Tom Curtin. 68 remaining. Wants trip 20. Finds it. Wow. Beautiful third dart there from the Emperor, showing us why, even though he might be down, he's still feared.
So all Joe can do is try to set up and leave himself a 1-darter. And he needs to find some trips to do that. And he does find it with the first one. And he finds the second dart, so he will move. And he finds the 137. Wow.
That's a beautiful setup there from Joe Ricard. Leaving himself 22, so maybe a math error, actually. Double 4 needed for Tom Curtin. Yeah. Pulls it well inside, so down to double 2. Doesn't want to miss here. Just outside. He thinks that's in, but it's not. Double 2, 1 dart, and it can he find it? No.
He doesn't find it. Joe's got a chance here.
We've seen that again and again from Tom, where he's gone outside on his doubles. This is a huge opportunity for Joe.
And I think the math error left him with 22 there. I think he was trying to leave himself 32. He needed the 7 to do that. Oh, and a 14 will leave 8. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was high, but either way, he's right on the outside of that wire. Can't clatter it in. Goes well wide. So Tom's coming back for that 4.
That might be a heartbreaker, a dagger right into the chest for Joe Ricard, because Tom is able to lock that down with the first dart. That's a killer.
Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right.
If you're Joe Ricard, even though you had the math error, you still had a chance to clean it up. Tom now, 2 legs in front in this second set, playing for the set.
The thing is, if you're Tom, though, you're still probably not feeling great. These legs haven't been to his standard. And if you're Joe, you know that. You've seen how Tom has played all season, and you know that that's not the level of play. So if you know you still have a chance in this to battle back.
Tom Curtin doing very well to find that opening triple 20. Just wants to elevate slightly here, and he does lead off with the big 140. Again, those micro corrections from Tom Curtin are fantastic. Joe really needs to follow here.
But never giving up on a leg is Tom. He's always battling right back in it. We've seen him get angry. But Joe just not putting it together in this set. He's going to have to battle back, where we were going to be looking at a third set here.
Again, these games have been so neck and neck. I wouldn't mind a third set, is what I'm trying to say. I hope Tom gets this. That way we can watch more darts,
Give the people what they want, but that's an errant visit from Tom.
And now Joe, 409 remaining there, needs to really find some decent points here. Off to a slower start in this leg. Wants to keep this going. Great second dart. Needs to find another in there, and he does. The grouping is so good there for Joe.
Sometimes you just get in the mindset of like trying to place your dart in the board, and you just gotta throw. When you start finding it, everything seems smooth. You can't let it get too mechanical. You gotta just throw. And Tom does find it with the third dart, 85, just to bite back a little.
I feel like that's so hard to do, though. I mean, being able to just turn your brain off and just let the arm do the talking. I mean, that's what really separates the best players from everybody else. I mean, just being able to rely on that motion, rely on that push of the dart, so difficult.
Yeah, because once you start thinking about it, you're going to overcomplicate it. And Tom is already in there with the trip 20. He goes wide, just over pushing it.
Yeah, frustration.
You can see he's going to reset and just try to set himself up. Does go down to that 17 to leave himself a finish. And Joe's just going to have to try to put as much as he can to put pressure.
214, pretty tough. I mean, Tom is sitting at 170, so a big fish. It would be awesome if he can see and take it, but Joe needs to put the pressure on now. Is able to find that ton, so the 114 will be very handy here for Joe, but the big fish now for Tom.
And he does not get in with the first dart, so Joe's going to be coming back for the 114. Only a 55 is going to leave that 115 left.
The math favors Joe by 1 point. Needs to find that triple if he wants to have a look at it. Finds it for tops. Needs it. Oh, my goodness. He pulls it just to the right. How unlucky can you get? Millimeter off on the wrong side. Tom Curtin working with 115.
Looks like he's just high on the first one, and he's not going to come up with it. So Joe going to go straight at that 38 or split it?
When that second dart didn't go through for Tom, I saw fear. The Emperor might be shaking.
And he does split it.
This wise move there from Joe, who's looking at double 14 now. Finds double 9. So 10 remaining?
10 remaining.
Double 5.
And he's got the math wrong.
Wait. I think he realizes it. Oh, no, Joe.
He's going to leave himself 4. For 34 scored.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a fist bump real quick because it's not often the casters get the math right. So we cash that in real quick.
Frustration from Joe. He hits the dart, but it's the wrong one.
That's a tough visit. Does leave himself 4, but are we going to see that come back to bite him? I mean, if he takes it right here.
If Tom can get back to his doubling standards, it's going to punish. And he's inside with the first one, so he's going to have to go upstairs to that double 4. Well inside. Double 2.
It's out. So Joe Ricard, like a cat, lost a life, but 8 lives remaining apparently. Double 2 does not want to miss. Finds it. Wow. Joe Ricard looking out big time. It might not matter if Tom's able to find the leg here, but wow. Bullet dodged.
He's wiping his brow with sweat right now, just saying, geez, I shouldn't have even had a shot at that.
Wow. So Tom Curtin now leading off after, I feel like if there's any such thing as a cage rattler, letting Joe come back to find that one. I mean, he does a great job with that third dart, but now it's a game of controlling the game, not letting Joe get too much momentum.
I mean, the name of the game this whole match has been doubles. Who's hitting the double? Who's hitting the combination? So you can't afford a mistake like that from Joe. You got to find your doubles whenever you can.
Yeah, that's a solid ton there from Joe Ricard. And Tom, again, just barely behind the first dart. Again, so good. Leaving tons of space, but the flight might be a blocker. If I was Tom, I don't know if I'd be chasing that. Well, what do I know?
Yeah, as soon as you say it, he's able to just slide it right in.
Great 1-2-5 there from Tom Curtin. My goodness.
And Joe in there with the first one. Can he follow? Oh, he's just wide into the trip one. He is going to elect to stay there and go just low. Pretty much what we've been saying all night is that they bank down, so he banks just below the trip 20.
And that's still a solid 83 from Joe Ricard. Tom Curtin now needs to find that adjustment down to that triple 20 segment. Goes a little too far down, so needs to split the middle here, and he does find it again. I've said it so many times this season. I'm a broken record, but it's amazing how he can walk away from almost every visit finding that triple.
That's what you got to do at this level. You can't afford to have these 60s even. As much as we like to say, oh, a 60 is a good visit.
It's
for
not.
Us,
Yeah, for us.
It's not here.
For
It's
me,
not
a
gonna cut
60 is
it.
the highlight of my day if I can find it.
And Emperor's going to go just low. Isn't that make it a tough one, or does it make it a landing zone for him? It doesn't seem like it does. And he goes bull out of frustration.
I mean, he finds it. He nails it. 65 found
Actually,
there
I
for...
think he just likes to take it away to leave the 120 instead of the 125, which I don't mind.
I don't fault him for that at all. I mean, a Shanghai finish on the 20s is pretty good because you can just keep them all in the same segment. But Joe Ricard needs to find something significant here. Needs to find a triple. Can't get it done. And so now Tom, 120 remaining. I feel like this is a really high percentage shot for Tom.
I mean, he doesn't want to give Joe this opportunity at a 161. The first one goes. He's just going straight up the line. There it is. Wide open bed for him. Can he take it? He does! 120
Wow.
finish for Tom Curtin to finish the set and send us to a deciding set where he has the throw.
Fantastic darts from the Emperor, showing us that even if you knock him down, he's going to come back and he's going to strike back. The Empire strikes back, man. We've seen the movie. We know the plot line. But is Joe going to be able to get it done in this tiebreaker set?
Well, here it is. Three legs win to go to the finals right here.
And he leads off with a solid visit there. 2 trip 19s to rack them up. 1-3-4 for Tom Curtin.
Joe's got to battle back. He's got to enter strong, and he does. He's just low on that second dart, and it looks like he's going to try to force it through. Still, 100 doesn't put you that far out on this leg.
Yeah, those 34 points, though, are we starting to see the start of the snowball where Curtin is able to just chip away with these extra points, start to build the momentum, build the lead up. That second dart is beautiful, and the third dart might have just squeaked into the corner. Is that a ton 40? Only finding the 95, so close.
Yeah, so we're going to have to see if the consistency is there from these two guys, and right now it is, but there it is. It's the wide dart, and it looks like he finds the 1-2-1. It is.
Wow.
So this is what I mean. It really comes down to who's going to flinch first.
Both guys finding their groove here, really feeling each other out in the first 2 sets, but you feel that all the haymakers are coming out now. Tom Curtin, 2 darts in there, and he might have found the big 180 here when he needed it most. Solid darts there from Tom Curtin.
Pressure makes diamonds, folks, and we're seeing it here. Joe looking to answer. He's just high on that second one. Still looking to be a good visit. A ton is a good visit, but it's not going to leave him a finish, so Tom's going to have 6 darts from 92 here.
92 remaining indeed. Needs to find that big triple. 72 remaining now. Trip 12. Finds it for double 18. Oh, and he pulls it inside. He could tell that he felt not right with that third dart.
You've got to almost be thinking outside wire on that. Leave yourself 36 for the next visit. You know you're coming back. 18 can be an awkward one. So we'll see. Joe not going to put a ton of pressure on. Going to leave that Shanghai that Tom just took out, but he's going to hope not to leave him a finish.
Double 18 here.
Double
Outside.
9.
Sorry, double 9, excuse me. Well, needs to walk
There
in,
it
and he
is.
finds it with that second dart. So Tom Curtin, scoring power, really doing him a lot of favors there, not having to sweat as hard down the line, that back half of that leg.
Holds his throw. Joe now has to hold your throw. You lose this leg here, it's going to be almost impossible to come back. And that's a good start. Finds the treble. You've got to find a treble every visit.
Yeah, these guys are now, they know how they're going to come at each other in this final game-deciding set. So it's time to bring out the big guns, let the howitzers pound the other guy with the high ordnance. And it looks like he's only able to find, oh, he does find the ton. So that dart was right on the wire, and he's able to lock in the big 100.
And the advantage will be till Joe until proven otherwise. And that might be the otherwise.
Ooh.
Don't know if he snuck it in there or not. It's
No.
just low.
So Tom Curtin now 401, slightly behind Joe Ricard. Not out of the woods, needs to continue firing away, cannot afford a poor visit here. Not now. Second dart is almost dead center in there. Third dart, not able to follow, but back-to-back tons. That'll do.
That will absolutely do. When you're trying to break throw, all you want to do is get ahead. all you want to do is get ahead. So Joe going to try his best to stop that from happening, but it's not going to be enough. And you can see the defeat kind of in his face after that visit.
Which is a shame because Joe is not at that level yet. He's still got a chance in this game. He just needs to get together, keep it going, keep it flowing. And Tom Curtin, a poor visit here, saves it with that third dart, but still, Joe Ricard with a big 140, big ton 80.
And right now, this is the difference between this set is Tom finding a triple every visit. Joe just hasn't been. And it's a hard thing to do, but he does find the trip 19 there. 95 scored. So a good visit, but like I said, the difference is finding a triple every visit.
Neck and neck down the line here. Again, Joe Ricard did throw first, so he's looking to hold his throw, but Tom looks like he's going to be first to an out. If he can find a big third here, is able to get it done so it'll be slightly more comfortable. Joe needs to scramble 208. Almost feel like you need a ton 40 to put any semblance of pressure on, and that first dart is not inside.
Crazy to think Tom needed a triple to even leave a finish there. He was in a weird spot, and the pressure did not get to him. But Joe only at breakfast, so 6 darts for Tom Curtin.
That's a
to
breakfast.
Take out this 139.
It's a breakfast I'm going to push back to the kitchen every time. That's brutal. And Tom able to find the first dart.
Oh, finds it for
wow.
tops. And
oh my goodness, the big 139 from Tom Curtin. Wow. Wow.
Just
So we figured
so
it out.
good.
The gremlin is, I'm getting too loud on the microphone. So I apologize for the mic drops. I'm just too loud, guys.
Marty's just too good at his job. That's the problem.
I'm too good at blowing out speakers in people's eardrums. Regardless, Tom Curtin with the big find there. He's now playing for the game and leading off strong.
And that might be a backbreaker. That 139 finish, Joe's got to win 3 on the spin, or it will be Tom Curtin in the finals again. So Joe's got to find something here. He's got to find his second wins. But it doesn't look like it on this visit. Only a 45, not up to the standard of play that he normally does.
And this is going to be brutal. If Tom is able to find at least, I would say, 81 points here, that's really going to put Joe on the back foot. I mean, he's going to have to, there's the 81 found there from Tom Curtin. I can see into my crystal ball the future. But Joe Ricard needs to make away with a ton 40, ton 80 here if he wants to try and keep pace.
Yeah, if he wants any chance, he's got to start finding them, and you can tell the pressure. He's rattled. He's rattled. He does find the trip, but it's still not enough right now.
Tom Curtin, he has been dreaming about going back to bed with that championship belt. He did a great job in the offseason, season 2 to season 3, taking care of it. And it looks like he wants it back above his fireplace on the mantle.
He never wanted to give it back.
No, we had to badger him.
We had to go send collections out to his house to go get it.
Yeah, a big Italian guy with a baseball bat. It came back home eventually, but Joe Ricard not out of this game. Needs to find a ton 40 at the minimum, can only walk away with a ton. So advantage for Tom Curtin.
And yeah, Tom's going to have plenty of darts to take this leg out, assuming he does not have a super errant visit.
Ooh.
Can't tell if that's a 5. It must be a 5 with how he stuttered there. So he's thinking about his next move. Goes over to the 18s. It's not going to quite be a finish. Oh, it is. 157 is going to be a finish.
Bare minimum of a finish from that visit, but Joe Ricard is still well outside. I mean, if Joe is going to try and hold it together, he's going to have to rely on a lot of mistakes from Tom down the line.
Yeah, right now, 6 darts from 157. You gotta favor it, but he finds the first one. Will he need it?
Ooh.
Oh, and he goes, looks like a 21
wow.
there, so it's going to be just outside, but he is coming back for this, so all he's got to do is lay up. So he's got 81 scored here, and that's going to be 101. He's going to leave himself 56.
It's a solid setup visit from Tom. I know he wanted it, and these guys, even if they don't need it, they want to take it for their own ego and their own pride because it's a cool shot.
Well, how many times have you seen finishes on the bowl when we didn't need to just because it's a morale boost?
Ever since Luke Littler, a lot more often, and a lot more often against me, which I am not a fan of. But you know what? Tom Curtin, 56 left, finds the big 16, 2 darts at double 20. Is he going to need more than 1 dart? Second dart's a little high. Third dart, is he going to sink it? He goes high. But Joe Ricard critically stuck on 165 maroon.
On the bogey number. And that is a huge deal. From high-level play, you can't leave yourself on those numbers. You have to think about the math because now you've given him another chance. And look, Joe found the triple with his first dart. It might be different. If he's sitting on a finish, he would have had a shot at it.
It would have been a very different opportunity indeed if he was just 1 point down. But now Tom Curtin going to show Joe, your double 20 is my double 20. Just needs to get the mechanics right. First dart just a little high, but a great guide. Second dart finds double 5, so double 15. It's in there in the weirdest way to take the game. He keeps it together and he nails the double 15.
Wow. Just wow. Finds the double 15 that gave him trouble earlier. Just crazy stuff.
Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPL darts to make a contribution today.